Hello and welcome to this Rhapsody tip of the day video. In this video I will show you how to set up a compiler for Rhapsody model execution and software build. A compiler is required to create executable application models in Rhapsody Designer or to compile and create software components from generated code out of Rhapsody Developer. Out of the box, Rhapsody supports a number of commercial as well open source compilers, such as VxWorks DIAP or GCC compiler, Visual Studio and the Cygwin compiler. However, these are not part of the Rhapsody installation, but must be obtained and installed separately. When you install Rhapsody, Rhapsody usually recognizes the compiler which are installed on your machine and configures itself accordingly. But what if you have already installed Rhapsody and only later realize that you want to execute your model, for example, and thus need a compiler? This is exactly what this video is for. For this, I will go through the following steps in this video. I will download a zip file of a pre-configured compiler and extract the file on the disk. Then I will adjust two Rhapsody configuration files and compile the Rhapsody runtime environment with the new compiler. Last but not least, I will test the environment by creating a little model from scratch. First, we download the compiler. On my Rhapsody Guru website, a pre-configured Cygwin compiler is provided in the form of a zip file, such that you can simply download it and extract it to your computer. If you prefer to install Cygwin from scratch, you will also find an instruction on that webpage. But the quickest way is to download the zip file. If you're using Rhapsody 32-bit, click on Download Cygwin 32. If you're using Rhapsody 64-bit, click on Download Cygwin 64. After download, we only need to extract the zip file. Simply right-click and click on Extract. Then select the C drive without any additions. If possible, use the 7-zip, which is by far faster than the Windows unzip. After extracting, make sure that the Cygwin directory has the following structure. In the next step, we make sure that Rhapsody can find and call the compiler. For this purpose, there are batch files in Rhapsody which are located in the Rhapsody share directory. The easiest way to access the directory is to use the helper from the Rhapsody tip of the day video 46. The helper can be called from an Open Rhapsody project under Tools and is configured as follows. As command, we take explorer.exe, which is the Windows File Explorer, and pass omroot as argument for the target directory. omroot is a Rhapsody variable that points to the current Rhapsody share directory. After launching the helper, I will be located in the Rhapsody share directory, where Rhapsody is configured. The share etc directory contains the two files Cygwin make and Cygwin run. Cygwin make to compile an application and Cygwin run to start the application in Rhapsody. Open the files with edit and make sure that the set path points to the Cygwin bin directory. Remember, C Cygwin is where we have extracted the zip, so this looks pretty good here. The Rhapsody execution environment turns the model into an executable model. Before we can get started, it is advisable to compile the execution environment with the new compiler. In Rhapsody Designer or Rhapsody Developer, expand the component and open the active configuration. In settings, make sure that Cygwin is set. Now you can build the execution environment. In Rhapsody Developer under Code, Build Framework, or in Rhapsody Designer under Simulation, Create Execution Environment. This build will take a few minutes. To test the environment, I will use an initial Rhapsody project in SysML as an example. First, I create a block, for example an LED block. And add a state chart to it. Our LED can be on and off. Initially, it is in the off state, and when it receives an event, for example, event on, it changes to the on state. And with event off, it changes to the off state. The point here is just to build a simple model that we can run. Maybe I will also rapidly add a sequence diagram so that we can see and follow the interaction with the LED lifeline. Now just right-click in the state chart and select Simulate. If we have done everything right, the application will compile without errors. Bingo! In the animation toolbar, I simply start the model. We get a simulated sequence diagram where I can follow the interaction, so we see that the LED lifeline is created and that the LED is in the off state. I also open the animated state chart, and now I'm able to interact with the model on different views. Congratulations! If you have followed the steps, you are now able to create executable models from Rhapsody Designer or compile and execute the code generated from models with the Rhapsody Developer. This will help you to validate your model faster, and you will find issues earlier when they are cheaper to solve. So have fun with executable modeling. On my YouTube channel, Rhapsody Guru, you will find a lot of examples about executable models and Rhapsody code generation. That's it. Hope to see you soon. Thank you and goodbye.